Hello, Hola, Konnichiwa, Salaam, Ciao Namaste. Peace to all. This is Soulology, the science of the soul. And what I'd like to talk about is simply something that I've created, and in the sense that allows us to understand our world a bit clearer. Now, what this is called is absolute soul theory. This was a theory of mine that I created a long time ago that was to explore how people are capable of using abilities such as pyrokinesis, telekinesis, aquakinesis, aerokinesis, geokinesis that would allow you to see within yourself the abilities within. But the question then remains, how are you able to do that in the first place? And I explored this when I tapped into the psychic energy of who I am personally. Now, what absolute soul is simply this. Using your soul manipulates energy around it in order to create the ability of what would be considered levitating or morphing things or interacting with things. And it's through your energy. For example, what you call an aura. Your aura is what you are, or what is best to be shown as your soul. And I'll go into detail about the soul and why is it not as big as you may not see it as, because it's much bigger than it seems. It's very big actually, but we'll go over that in another video though. But through the aura, what it can do is kind of like water. It can seep its way into other things. It can do it while touching it and while not touching it. And how you connect to these things. First, what I tell people, as I always say, you have to go within who you truly are in order to understand how to do that in the first place. It is not something you are going to easily see or do until you understand the self first, until you understand loving who you are, understand your own energy, understand seeing your own soul. It starts with you first, so you can be able to create that moment. When you are understanding who you are, you will slowly understand energy around you and how it's connected, because the theory goes that everything is one, as we know. That being said, when you know this to be that you are one with everything, you can then understand the connection between you and a flame, you and the water, you and the trees, you and the ground itself, and you and the wind, of course. You can understand this easily. So let's say, for example, for me, because in my own experience, you're using the ability of pyrokinesis. Now, the thing about it is you must be one with the flame. You must feel as though you and the flame are no different. You are one and the same. What I did in the experiment, and this was long ago, of course, and I didn't have a chance to record it because of the simple fact that at the time I wasn't even doing YouTube or recording in the first place. But in my own experience, what I was doing was I was manipulating the flame with my hand, making it move back and forth. And I did this very slowly as best I could to make sure that this wasn't some imaginary thing happening. So there was no air conditioning in this location I was at. There was no windows open, nothing, just to make sure I was not fooling myself into this. And as I was slowly moving my hands, I noticed the flame move back and forth with my hands, back and forth, round and everything. And it was showing me how the flame is being manipulated with my own energy. Your energy, what my energy was doing was pulsing off of it. It was using both the energy of what I have and the electromagnetic waves within who you are, being that you are an electric being, to manipulate the flame itself. So you're going back and forth with this type of energy because you are one with that energy. When you understand that, you'll understand the ability of doing that. On top of learning how to do this, meditation is key because you have to know how to focus. Meditation isn't just to, kumbaya or peace, but the main thing about meditation is focus of self. When you are focused on the self and understanding who you truly are, it becomes a more simpler task to grow what's within these abilities, these powers, because the truth is everybody is a psychic, but the thing is nobody has trained themselves to use those abilities. And of course, this is not the only way you can do this, but however, this is what I've known in my own experience of what I've created that works. There are many other ways, of course, and there are many ways you could train yourself to grow that which is from within. However, the truth is you are capable of doing those things due to the fact of being an absolute being. Well, not even absolute being, I'm sorry. A being who is a soul with this ability. The reason why it's called absolute theory is because the soul itself is a part of the absolute, the entire. The entire would be one soul, and you are a part of that soul. You are a piece of that soul. Being that you are an absolute soul, you have the same ability as the entire soul. And that entire soul, many of us have called many things before. I would call creator, of course, or energy, whatever you like to call it. One way or another, it is a part of you. And that being a part of you allows you the same ability as that which is already everything. Just know, though, that you are capable of these things and many more, and that you are beautiful, you are amazing, you are divine, you are the gods, the goddesses, and the creators within. So, to everybody out there, have a good morning, have a great afternoon, and a fantastic evening. Namaste.